Hey everyone, welcome to the next part of commentary with George Demick on George Romero's Night of the Living Dead. Let's get into it, and remember to download your own copy of this and many other public domain movies. Go to publicdomainmovies.net, and let's get into it. Wow. Is that the little girl from the basement?
No.
No, it looks like her.
It would be interesting to see what people reaction to the actual script.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, what's this? They're eating what?
They're eating dead. They're killing people and eating them. Yeah. And yeah, they're all. You can tell that Ben and Cooper both have a will to survive. They're just handling it different.
Oh yeah.
And there's definitely a scene coming up where you kind of see the light go out of Barbara too in a big way. But and this scene we've got to listen to.
And the military have been organized to search out and destroy the marauding ghouls. The Survival Command Center at the Pentagon has disclosed that a ghoul can be killed by a shot in the head or a heavy blow to the skull. Officials are quoted as explaining that since the brain of a ghoul has been activated by the radiation, the plan is kill the brain and you kill the ghoul.
Anything from the supply wagon, Cuz?
No, we're all right. Hey, Cass, put that thing all the way in the fire. We don't want it getting up again. All right, that's it.
Chief? Pretty easy.
Well, Chief McClellan, how long do you think it will take you until you get the situation under control?
Well, that's pretty hard to say. We don't know how many of them there are. We know when we find them, we can kill them.
Are they slow moving, Chief?
Yeah, they're dead. They're all messed up.
Well, in time, would you say you ought to be able to wrap this up in 24 hours?
Well, we don't really know. We know we'll be into it most of the night, probably into the early morning. We're working our way toward Willard, and we'll team up with the National Guard over there, and then we'll be able to give a more definite view.
Thank you very much, Chief McClellan. This is Bill Cardill, WIC TV 11 News.
So that's the irony. This is the early days of the outbreak. So eventually, the dead outnumber the living, which is how we get the later installments, and oops, the inevitable, the power goes out.
And this, for me, even now, if it's like late, and I'm watching this, this is still scary shit.
Yeah. Just the power going out with any disaster, whether it be zombies or a tornado, a storm, tornado warning, the power going out is just like what can send you over the edge because you can't see now.
And then you got the music and the zombies coming in, and it's just, oh my
Yep.
gosh.
And here they come again using the tools. They do retain some human intelligence, or either they're mimicking what they've just seen. And here they go. And you can see the fear in Cooper's eyes. And we're about to see them flee to the basement. I'm going to go ahead.
No, he goes down to the basement, but it's not from fleeing.
No, not at all. He's going to go for the gun.
How
And again-
frightening that image is. You're looking through the boards, and there's these faces and these hands coming through.
Yeah. And then, ironically, Cooper was right. They can push through that. It wasn't enforced well enough,
Oh, yeah.
And now he's going to go for the gun. And even his wife is like, don't do it. Yep. She's going to tell her, he's telling everybody else to get into the basement so he can take out Ben. And we're going to listen to this scene. She doesn't even care. Ben has 0 F's left to give. This is Hallmark Romero on the attack. There he goes. I always thought it was a gut shot, but it looks like it might have been more of a lung or a lower chest shot. The daughter who has obviously died. She looked pretty limp there.
Oh,
George?
yeah, this is
Yeah.
just, yeah, I'm here.
Oh, sorry, I thought I lost you.
Nope, just got wrapped up into it.
Sorry, turning it back on.
Oh, no, it's good.
This is the part right here that haunts me. Especially the next part coming up.
Oh, baby.
He's pretty much given up.
Oh, yeah.
This right here. I see this in my nightmares.
Oh, boy.
And now we saw the light go out of Mrs. Cooper's. There's Heinzman again. And now we're about to see the same thing happen to Barbara. Because guess what? Johnny was dead.
Yep.
And she gives up right here. Ben can't save her. Just let her go.
Yep, they just, you know,
Yeah.
it's so terrifying. It's just so,
Yeah.
everything is doomed at this point.
Yeah, because you look at Ben, he's got one shotgun, and little girl alert, and he gets rid of her. And then where does he end up? In the basement. And the next scene after he locks them all out is terrifying when you see where they're just marauding the house.
And there's only that one little door, which is banging in just from her.
Yep. Probably it was the grace, good graces that it was an inward opening door.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing separating him from the dead except three beams of dubious quality.
Because remember, he thought he had good for the upstairs, and
Exactly. And so literally when you're in that situation, you just go down there and wait to die. You're either going to wait to die or wait to live. Will they give up and go away and you can get out of there, or are you just going to wait for them to bust through and get you? Because if they bust through, and he was like, what the hell happened to her? What did I miss?
yeah, pretty much.
And he puts them down mercifully. And now you just had to waste 2 bullets.
I actually shoots him 2 or 3 times there,
Yeah.
just because he doesn't like him.
Yeah. Save your bullets, man.
And it's like, oh wait a minute, I got to shoot her too.
She's about to wake up. Because remember, it's radiation. So if you die, you reanimate. Kind of like the Walking Dead, the virus. If you die, you reanimate. And he puts her down too. And now he's just waiting to see what happens.
Throws the gun away, throws over the makeshift table.
He's
goes,
even in his fear, he's trying to figure out a way to survive. He doesn't want to die.
Where did I throw the gun? Oh wait a minute, where's the gun? I threw the gun. Okay.
Can I do a barricade of some sort? Like he's trying to come up with a barricade of some sort.
It's like, yeah, no, this ain't gonna work.
Maybe I can hide in that closet. Nope. Now you just get down into the shooting position and you wait.
Yep.
But it looks like they're losing interest in the door. Which shows they probably have limited attention span. And now, probably the most awkward scene of the whole movie. It is morning. Ben has survived the night, and there is a search party.
Here comes the heroes.
Yeah, here comes the brave heroes that are going to save us all. And evidently the zombies have cleared out of the house. And they have joined with the National Guard near Willard, which is where this house was. And here they come. It's like you have a few moments of peace and then the big ending.
Oh yeah. And that's the thing with this movie, even the end isn't quite the end because of the way they did the end credits.
Right.
And it just keeps going and is even more horrific when you see what happens after.
Yep. Yeah. And this is where the accidental racial commentary comes in. Social racial commentary. You see our sheriff there. And they are approaching the farmhouse where the story took place. We're going to listen to a little bit of the dialogue here.
All right, Steve, tell him we're going to stay with it, and everything appears to be under control.
We go inside.
That awkward where you hear nothing, but you're wondering, is it safe to go out? Many of the zombies we saw in the house there.
They need you down there by the barn. Okay. I'm going to guys to follow the wagon down. I only need a few men to check out the house. Somebody had a cookout here, Vince.
Yeah, it sure looks like it, Tom.
Wow.
Now, Vince is actually Vince Serbinsky, who was the accountant for Laurel Entertainment. Brother, I think it was his brother, did all the squibs.
Oh, nice. It comes in, and ironically, the basement would have been safer for him.
If they had all just gone down there, they'd all still be safe.
Yep.
He's a dead one. Get out
He
there.
wanted to get all the movie minutes out of it. He could.
Steve,
He really
you
hammed
want to
that
get out in that
death up.
field and build me a bonfire.
You can see the relief on his face.
You, drag that out of here and throw it on the fire.
Nothing down here.
All right, go ahead down and give him a hand. Let's go check out the house, man.
There's something there. I heard a noise.
Well, check it out. Don't just.
All right, Vince, hit him in the head, right between the eyes.
Boom.
Good shot. Okay.
And there is your accidental social commentary.
Yeah, when they had finished the film, the weekend or the week that they were taking it up to New York to try and get distribution, that was when Martin Luther King got assassinated.
Oh my God. So it was just very ill-timed.
Yeah. And this
And
is just...
These shots are just ominous. I'm sure it was intentional, but it's just ominous. And yeah, powerful film, powerful ending. But it's not unusual for a Romero film. They very rarely have happy endings, you know?
No, this is true. This is true. But, I mean, here they come dragging him out. And...
But you look at their side, they probably really did think he was a zombie, though I think
Right.
they
Because he
were...
was kind of shuffling. He was a shadowy figure in the house. He wasn't yelling. He wasn't,
Right. I would have come out of there with my hands up screaming, I'm alive, you know? But he didn't know they were out there, probably.
But if you look at this posse, they would have probably shot him anyway. But,
Yeah. But that is the original Night of the Living Dead, folks. And it's definitely a doozy. And they follow it right up to him, putting him on the fire.
But do you ever notice who he's next to?
Heinzman?
Yep.
Yep.
And we're going to light the torches.
Yep. Amazing film. And the end scene with the actual fire.
It's a brilliant movie. I mean, his editing on it was just outstanding.
Oh, it was, for sure. It's still one of the greatest horror movies ever made. I think it's great. There's no comparison between it or in any other horror movie. I mean, the zombie genre.
It's my all-time favorite horror movie.
Yeah.
Bar none.
It's in my top 5. And I'm not a fan of most modern horror. I'm not. I think Scream would be the most modern horror that it makes my top 10. But beyond that, uh, I'm a fan of the movies from the 60s, 70s, and 80s. I think
Yeah.
those are by far. I mean, like the things like Saw, it's not really horror, it's just torture porn. It's just how gross and
Yeah,
grotesque can we make it?
actually, I got to argue with you on Saw
Okay,
because I got dragged to it because I don't watch torture porn. I don't like
right.
those types of movies,
Uh-huh.
and it's not torture porn.
The,
The reality of it is the heroes that you see, you hear what happens to them more than you see what happens to them. But
right.
when they're kicking the bad guy's ass at the end, you see everything in glorious detail. So it's actually a revenge movie and not torture porn.
Oh, that makes sense. I did enjoy the first one, but the sequels got a little ridiculous, as most of them do. But I like Nightmare on Elm Street and Friday the 13th are my 2 favorite horror franchises of all time. And I don't know, one of my favorites is Nightmare on Elm Street 2, which I may review this month. And it's only because it is the most ridiculous. It's the only one of them that can kind of stand alone outside the series, but it is absolutely ridiculous. And it's also known as the gay one. And that's one reason that I like it so much. But yeah, I like the campy cheesy too, so but it
If
was
if you like 70s, 2 films you might want to check out if you haven't already. The Return of Count Yorga,
Mhm.
which is one of the best vampire films I think out there. And I just watched it, and it's a vampire movie too, which I wasn't trying to go for a vampire theme, but Grave of the Vampire.
okay. I haven't seen that one, but I'll check it out.
The trailer has, if you're disturbed by infants nursing blood, don't watch this movie.
Okay, I will keep that in mind.
So there you go.
One of my top, and I don't even think it was meant to be a horror film, but it was just a thriller, really. But it's in my top 10. It just freaks me out, and that's Duel.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
Duel's definitely a horror movie.
Steven Spielberg. I mean, just because it could happen, you've got a crazy trucker trying to kill you just for the fact you exist.
Well, my number 2 horror film is Jaws.
Yep. Yep.
And there's debates in this house on whether Jaws is a horror film, and it's definitely a horror film. It's a monster movie.
Same with the Cujo.
But my kids go, no, it's a thriller. It's an action adventure, and I'm like, it's a horror movie.
Same with Cujo.
Yeah.
But the book Cujo was actually a supernatural reason why he was going nuts. But in the movie they just made it rabies, which is a lot more relatable. But that would never happen in our modern day because everybody's going to have a cell phone attached to their hand.
Yeah, but if it's a farmhouse out in the middle of nowhere,
No service.
Yeah, that could still happen.
It would be interesting to see them try to remake Cujo for the modern era.
Yeah, I think you have more problems with other types of movies than that. I think that one's a pretty easy one. I think there's others that you gotta go, well, why didn't they just pick up the phone and call?
Yep. It's like what was it, that thriller from the 90s or the early 2000s, Phone Booth?
Yes.
Where he's stuck in the phone booth, the most obvious place to call for help, and he can't because the dude's keeping him on the line.
That's really an awesome movie, and it was written by Larry Cohen.
Mm-hmm.
Which, if you have Shudder, I don't know if you
I have Shudder. I have Shudder.
There's a documentary called King Cohen.
Uh-huh.
It's amazing, and it's amazing what all he did, and being an independent filmmaker, and the crap that he got away with. He would drive cars down the streets of New York on the sidewalks.
Wow.
For films, and without no permission, without leaving warning the people that he just honking.
I hope Hope he went up one of the least lesser crowded streets because you could have killed somebody really easily.
They the Chrysler Building for Q, the serpent monster. I don't know if you've ever seen that.
Yeah, I've seen it.
They were doing refurbishing the outside of it. So what he did was he paid the guys that were hanging on the outside on the scaffolds to wear police uniforms and fire machine guns with blanks, but they still kick out shells. So you have all these guys firing machine guns off the top of the Chrysler Building with all these shells raining down into the streets below. And he gets a call from one of the production people going, "Hey, people are in a panic. They're running around." He's going, "Get a camera, get some footage of it." So it's a great documentary. Check it out. King Cohen.
I will. I have Shudder. For those of you who don't, Shudder is kind of like Netflix for horror. Not sponsored, but you can get that at shuddertv.com.
But you won't mind
definitely
if
worth
they
it.
offered a sponsor.
No, I would not. No, I would not. Yeah, I'm a huge horror nut. I'm going to be reviewing some more horror films for October just to give everybody a nice little treat. There's so much nastiness in the world right now. It's nice to have something fun. So, well, George, I really thank you for coming on, and tell people where they can find you and find out about your movies and your upcoming releases. And
our website is fcpindiefilms.com.
I'll link that down in the description as well for everyone.
And actually, if you're doing this next year, I'll tell you right now, I will give you, if you want to, whether we got a distribution deal anywhere or not, you can show Deadlines.
Nice.
So Deadlines is the most recent feature we've done. It has a certain comedian doing a bit of a role in a bar scene. And,
I'm in the movie. Yes.
Yes, you're in the movie, and you did a great job. And if for anybody who's older than 20 or so, if you ever watched The Night Stalker, it's very much a homage to that. It's phenomenal.
It's actually a very well done movie with an interesting plot line. So it was supposed to be premiered actually this month. And then of course COVID got pushed it back. Yeah, and now COVID pushed it back. So but yeah, I would love to. But I hope there's a distribution deal where I just have to tell people, well, you got to go watch it.
We're hoping. We're talking to people in the next couple of weeks, so we'll see what happens.
Well, keep me posted. Well, George, it's been a pleasure. I don't often get directors to come on my channel, so everyone, George Demick, check him out at Flickering Candle Productions. I will link that down below. And with that, I'll say, until next time, Keto Comic out.